Number 1. High-intensity interval training. High-intensity interval training for accelerated fat loss. Studies have shown that high-intensity interval training boosts the metabolism for up to 36 hours after your workout. Here's how it works. When your body is at rest, about 90% of the calories being burned come from fat. As your heart rate rises, the amount of fat being burned is reduced in favor of glycogen or carbs. When you do regular, steady-state cardio, only 50% of your calories burned are coming from fat. And once you're done, your body quickly returns to its normal resting metabolic rate. Even if you're doing 1 hour of cardio per day, there are still 23 more hours. Pushing your body hard, as accomplished by high-intensity interval training, causes your resting metabolism to be slightly elevated, an adjusted average of about 9% over 24 hours. The raise in metabolism is measured by what's called excess post-oxygen consumption, or EPOC. Let's say you're a 150-pound man and you burn 1,500 calories per day at rest. You decide to jump on your favorite cardio machine for 60 minutes, burning 500 calories. This is a low-intensity, steady-state cardio session. Now remember, only 50% of the calories burned are coming from fat. Now let's compare this to a 30-minute HIIT workout where only 300 calories total are being burned, for simplicity's sake. During the high-intensity interval training session, only 50% or 150 calories being burned are coming from fat. Once again, this is for simplicity's sake. But we also have the benefit of 100 extra calories coming from EPOC, and all of those calories are coming from fat, bringing the total to 250 fat calories burned during the HIIT session. But HIIT has other benefits that contribute to fat reduction other than absolute calories burned. A higher average heart rate means for an equal amount of time spent, HIIT burns more calories. It has less effect on cortisol. Cortisol being a fat-promoting hormone, keeping it at bay is a huge benefit. Longer cardio sessions tend to promote cortisol production, improved utilization of oxygen, fat, and glucose, and increased production of fat-burning catecholamines. There are a few cons as well. It shouldn't be done every day. Otherwise, it could lead to overtraining syndrome or injury. Also, people with certain heart conditions and other disabilities, it isn't recommended for. It's not for beginners. High-intensity interval training is something that needs to be worked up to. Gradually working in regular intervals into your routine until your level of fitness allows HIIT intervals. It works best when combined with steady-state cardio. One isn't better than the other. Each have their place. A well-rounded attack plan is going to lead to the greatest results in the fastest amount of time. One of the limiting factors of traditional training is that you can only work out so hard before it becomes detrimental to your joints. Probably one of the most effective exercises for fat loss are pull, sprint intervals. 5 to 10 pound weights are strapped to the ankles, and this exercise can actually be performed stationary or moving. Invest in a good pair of water running shoes. These shoes will provide added resistance and increase calorie burn. Start with 20-second full-out sprints, alternating with 1-minute rests, essentially treading water. Work your way up to where you can sprint for 1 minute and rest for 1 minute. And if you really want to bump up the intensity, start decreasing your rest times down from 1 minute. Number 4, eliminate highly refined carbohydrates from your diet. White bread, white sugar, white pasta should be avoided as much as possible during the first few stages of your initial weight loss. Complex carbohydrates should be added and assessed once you've established a foundation of successful fat loss. One eating approach that many people have had great success with, a cyclical ketogenic diet or carb cycle. This is where carbs are restricted for 5 days and loaded for 1 to 2 days. Potassium ALA or other glucose disposal agents are used during the loading phase to reduce the chance of carbohydrates being stored as fat. We don't want to completely eliminate carbs from our diet. The goal here is to assess your body's response to carbohydrates and adjust accordingly. Some people are more sensitive than others. Some people have success eliminating more than others. For some people, just manipulating the timing of carbohydrate ingestion is all they need to do. The diet pill industry is a multi-billion dollar per year enterprise. Most products are only effective at making your wallet thinner. I've pretty much sworn off branded supplements. Between adulteration and proprietary blends to mask underdosing, I like to know exactly what I'm getting. I only buy supplements in bulk form now because I like to control my dosing, and the cost saving is huge. I've had amazing results from the following supplement stack, and so has everyone I've recommended it to. Number 1. Curcumin, the active derived from Indian turmeric. Not many supplements can claim the many benefits from this wonder supplement, ranging from anti-cancer to super antioxidant to lowering cholesterol to bringing about hormonal balance. Curcumin also lowers leptin and insulin resistance and activates the fat-burning gene PPAR-gamma. It also raises levels of the all-important hormone adiponectin. There's a strong correlation between genetic obesity and low levels of adiponectin. Forskolin, derived from the Coleus forskelii plant, activates hormone-sensitive lipase via the cyclic AMP cascade. Stimulants and catecholamines such as ephedrine and epinephrine accomplish this through receptor mediation, causing unwanted side effects such as elevated heart rate, excessive sweating, and anxiety. Forskolin has the ability to translocate the cell membrane, accomplishing fat loss without the unwanted side effects. 7-Keto. 7-Keto is a metabolite of DHEA, which lacks the hormonal activity of its parent molecule. 7-Keto is clinically proven to raise the resting metabolic rate through thermogenesis and thyroidal upregulation. 7-Keto is also a powerful inhibitor of cortisol production. This is why it works so well in the reduction of abdominal fat. You've probably heard of or have used these supplements, but unfortunately they aren't as effective as marketed. Forskolin and curcumin aren't water soluble, so that means they aren't readily absorbed and utilized by the body. 7-Keto also has poor oral bioavailability. Forskolin and curcumin also have relatively high molecular weights, which doesn't make them very good candidates for transdermal application. There is a very simple and effective solution to make these supplements extremely effective. You see, they're all fat soluble, which means they readily dissolve in oil. The best type of oil to use is MCT oil due to its unique properties. MCT, or medium chain triglyceride oil, isn't metabolized or stored like normal long-chain triglycerides. Because of its structure, it, and anything dissolved into it, bypasses the digestive system and is shuttled directly to the liver for processing. This also means that MCT oil itself is treated more like a carbohydrate and is immediately made available for energy. That's why it's not stored as fat. This makes it an excellent candidate to be taken before and immediately after your workout. I found it's best to dissolve Forskolin and 7-Keto in MCT oil to be taken before and after my workout, and dissolve the curcumin in fish oil to take right before bed. Fish oil has its own health benefits and fat loss properties. If you're like me and you have extremely stubborn problem areas, Yohimbine HCl might be a good candidate for you. Yohimbine HCl is a potent vasodilator and alpha-2 receptor antagonist. Fat cells have receptors that dictate whether or not to release its fat stores. When beta receptors are activated, lipolysis is activated. Alpha receptors inhibit lipolysis. Men have a high concentration of alpha receptors in their midsections and lower backs. Women tend to have high concentrations of alpha receptors in their hips and thighs. This is why it is so hard to lose fat from those areas. Some people don't react well to yohimbine. In that case, there is an alternative known as alpha yohimbine. It's said to be more potent with less side effects. I've made a resource page where I've put all of the information regarding dosing, compounding your supplement stack, and medical references, as well as the best and cheapest places that I've found to find your bulk supplements. The link is at the end of the description. I've had truly awesome success with the above methods. I actually lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks, but I had some help. Actually, I had a lot of help. Learning how and what to eat and the most effective and time-efficient workouts was the cornerstone of my success. And it should be of anyone's. Just learning a few tricks isn't going to cut it. Sorry about the pun. Having a comprehensive program that can be tailored to anyone's needs is the only way to reach and maintain your goals. Second to having a personal trainer and nutritionist follow me around, the truth about abs was exactly what I needed. And the great thing about it is it's not just about getting great abs. It's about learning to achieve and maintain a lean and healthy body. And that's what it helped me achieve. And when I found it, it couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, I wasn't doing so well in life, and for a number of reasons, I had really let myself go and had given up doing anything about it. This might sound ridiculous, and I admit I feel a little bit ridiculous for saying this, but finding the truth about abs, especially when I did, gave me the motivation and knowledge and confidence to change my mind, to change my body, and to change my life. And I know it'll do the same for you. Click on the link in the beginning of the description and see for yourself.